Hello YouTube and welcome back to the FIFA 17 Sunderland career mode. We start off in episode 2 here by looking at some of the youth academy scouting reports. As you can see, I did miss one as the recording does only record the last 30 seconds, which is a shame because you won't see every player that's called up. But when I do sign a player from the youth academy to the first team, I will be showing you. But anyway, this episode was going to be a lot shorter until I realized I could cut a lot of clips out. So some of the games won't be as exciting as they could have been, but we can get 2 games in this episode instead of just the one that it was going to be. Anyway, we started the episode off pretty much with a squad report, unlike usual when we usually end with a squad report. But anyway, after the last episode when we picked up 2 points in the Premier League, we're going to get into 2 games here, at home to Everton and away to Tottenham Hotspur. So anyway, you can see we do get into the first game of this episode, which is against Everton. Balassi picks it up here, gives it down the line to Aaron Lennon. He puts it into the box, poor defending, and Ener Valencia is able to just head it into the back of the net so easily, about halfway through the first half. Whipped in by Aaron Lennon, not good enough from either Manquillo or Kone. You can see here Van Aanholt had missed a great opportunity, which is another clip I had to cut actually to be able to fit both games into the episode. But anyway, you can see Tottenham win the ball from the header after their own goal kick, but Sebastian Larsson is able to win it back. Barini picks it up, puts it over the top to Jermaine Defoe, who runs into the box, puts it in, and Cosry really needs to score from that opportunity. Anyway, in the last 2 episodes I forgot to mention, if any of you guys have anything you want, like any suggestions for players I should sign in the January, please do let me know. I'm probably looking for left back, right back, and possibly a striker and a centre midfielder, but I will be signing Mvia on a pre-contract hopefully, so I might just wait for Mvia to play in the second season. But obviously, as you can see, they made a really good stop from Defoe's good chance there. Catamol hits it back to Jermaine Defoe, whose shot is blocked. It's another corner, but you won't see that because nothing came from it. Anyway, you can see we get into the start of the second half here, 1-0 down, and we'd actually had more shots at this stage and more chances actually shown. So anyway, you can see they're trying to get forward straight from kickoff. Aaron Lennon down the line again, how they scored the first goal. He's against Van Aanholt, who eventually wins it, but they're able to put it in with Coleman. Picked up by Balassi, put in. Van Aanholt nearly turns it into... No, not Van Aanholt. I believe it was Djilabadji. Nearly put it into his own goal. Manone saved it. But as you can see, there is the full-time whistle, and that is how that game finishes. Sunderland 0, Everton 1, a very disappointing result, especially because of the marking down. As you can see, they only had 2 shots and 2 on target. We had 7 and 3 on target. But at halftime, I did look at the stats. They had 2 and 2. We had 6 and 3, so there was only 1 shot in that second half, meaning it was nowhere near as good as the first. Anyway, we get into the second game and final game of this episode, which is against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. We try and get it down the line here as Defoe gives it out to Barini as we're trying to get our first win of the season. Barini runs down the line, puts it into the box, and Jermaine Defoe with the header down past the goalkeeper into the back of the net to make it Tottenham 0, Sunderland 1. It's actually a surprise Jermaine Defoe scoring a header at about 5'7", and I'd actually tried to press to show respect, but I accidentally pressed the button to dab against his former team, so a little bit of rubbing it in rather than showing respect to his former club. Sorry about that. But anyway, you can see they're trying to come forward here. Danny Rose, the former Sunderland loanee, comes down this left-hand side, plays a 1-2 with Wanyama, back to Wanyama, runs down the line, whips it in, and it's a really good save by Manone. It would have been so easy for him to concede from that Janssen shot, but a really good save with the feet to keep it at 1-0. Anyway, Didier Ndong picks it up here, gives it out to Kirchhoff, who wins it well in the air. First time, puts it across goal, and Didier Ndong puts it in with the tap in after Kirchhoff put a really good ball back across after Ndong found him with a really good ball, and Ndong makes it 2-0, and we should be getting our first win of the season. Obviously that doesn't happen all of the time like Sunderland showed in real life recently against Crystal Palace. But anyway, you can see they come forward here. Janssen gives it out. It's back to Janssen, who has a chance, but Manone does really well again. Minone's performing well, and I was actually thinking I might have to use Pickford in this career mode. But anyway, Borini picks it up, chips it over the line to Jermaine Defoe, who is through on goal. They can't catch him. He has a shot, and it's a good save by Hugo Lloris to keep it at 2-0 to Sunderland. Anyway, we had a shot here, but Lloris picks it up again, and he tries to get it out so they can try and pull one back. They win it in the air. It's back to Eric Dyer, who runs down, gives it to Kane, tries to play a 1-2 with Sissoko and does win it back. Dembele tries to get forward here. It's out to Heung-min Son, who gives it to Dembele, out to Harry Kane, and that was so close to being 2-1. And you can see here I paused it to make a couple of changes with Larson coming on for Catamol. Well, just that one change anyway. Borini plays it over the top towards Defoe again, just as he did earlier in the first half and against Everton at one point. He cuts inside, has a shot, and a massive deflection off of Kieran Trippier, who we had in the Hull save. Does us a favour here, making it 3-0 with an own goal. Very unlucky from him. But you never know, he may have done it knowing a manager, probably not. Just what happens on FIFA. They try and get forward, but Manquillo heads it wide, and with 10 minutes to go we decided to make our final substitution as Joel Asoro comes on for Jermaine Defoe. But as you can see, they have a corner from this attack. Heung-min Son takes the corner, whips it in to Vertonghen, who takes it, gives it to Kane, and our defence does so well there to keep that one out. But anyway, as you will see, that is how that game is finishing. Sunderland 3, Tottenham 0. A great win in the first of the season as we headed back to the keeper. Anyway, that is how that game finishes. That is how the episode finishes. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. Subscribe to see more of this career mode. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.